Hello, Augustine Garcia here. Today I'm here to talk about the impact of research on account planning. The impact that research has on account planning can make or break a business. It's very important. A good example of this is Red Bull, energy drink company. Their audience is primarily young people between their ages of 20 and late 30s. One of the things they discovered in their research is that their customers like to mix their drinks with alcohol. So one of the steps they took in their ad campaign was actually offering their products to bars and stuff across different cities. Became largely successful. And this is due because of the research done and the discovery made. Um, which brings me to the topic of research account planners use. I don't think there is any stipulations on what research you can and can't use aside from listening to what the crazy man down the street has to say. A lot of times they get their research from industry sources, commissioned research, group discussions, surveys, blogs, articles. Even sometimes they go as far as looking into social media, and what people have to say about their products and such. That's one of the ways they were able to discover, going back to Red Bull, what their customers were doing. And that leads me to the way the research data guides the account planning process. The process is very elaborate and it's very amorphous because it is somewhat of a creative process. It's being able to sift through that sea of information and pick out the bits and pieces that normally wouldn't go together, and rubbing them together and meshing them together in such a way that they create fireworks. It's taking all that data and being able to translate it and compile it and create something that you can then explain to someone, or clearly explain to someone. It's a very interesting process. The process itself, it's very unclear. Aside from the research, it's taking things and putting things together. It's making creative leaps and having an intuitive knowledge of what's going on. It's a creative process. It's a lot like an artist who paints, or a sculptor who sculpts. It's finding the rhythm, finding that beat, finding that connection that you can then take and translate and then give to the customer so you can bring them along this journey that you've created. That's all part of account planning, and it's a lot more abstract than one would think at first glance, since there is a lot of research involved. But yes, that's my input, and I hope you guys have a good night.